Need a last-minute mandala design for the holidays? Y'all, I got you covered. This is a beginner-friendly design that can be done in under 30 minutes. It'll be great for last-minute gifts, decor, and holiday cards. All you need is a 5 by 5 inch painting area. I'll be using these flat little canvases, and I'm not even putting a base coat on them, y'all. Nope, I'm going straight in to find my center. I'm gonna take this ruler, run it corner to corner, and where the two lines meet, that's gonna be my center. Now that I have my center, I'm getting out my 4.5 DIY stencil, and I'm gonna make some guidelines on here. These are just circles and lines that help keep my symmetry all together, and boy do I need it most of the time. Now I know I'm kind of speeding through these directions, so if you need a little more help, I've got a whole list of beginner's basic videos down in the description. They're gonna answer all of your questions, and if they don't, leave me a comment. I'm also gonna leave you a list of all the supplies I use in this video. Y'all are gonna be well on your way. But right now, I'm ready to get started painting. How about y'all? So the first thing I want to do is make a really large dot in the middle, but I have horrible aim when it comes to getting that first dot just center. So what I do is hold my compass up to my dotting tool. I stick the pointy end right in the middle, the pencil end on the edge, so that gives me about half the distance of the dotting tool I plan on using, and I make myself a brand new circle in the middle. It gives me a smaller target, and I'm way more likely to hit it. It's just my little trick, and this is totally optional. The first paint I'll be using is this gorgeous ice blue from DecoArt's Dazzling Metallics. I'll keep the paint color down here in the left-hand corner, and I'll keep the tool size over here in the right-hand corner. That way you can follow along and paint with me. Let's go. Now I'm going to pick up my 3mm dotting stylus. I'll be walking the dots. All this means is I'm going to dip this dotting tool one time really well, and then I'm going to make a series of dots, one right after another, and I'm not going to re-dip that tool. Basically what happens is the dots get smaller and smaller as it has less and less paint on that tool. I've poured in about a half a well full of that white pearl into my palette here, and now what I'm going to do is take one of my silicone stir sticks. I'm going to dip it into that ice blue. I'm going to take just a little bit. I'll zoom in here so you can see exactly how much I'm using on this stir stick. It's not very much. I'm going to stir it into that white pearl, and hopefully it will be a gorgeous blue that will perfectly complement that ice blue. Oh, I think this is the perfect color to complement that dark ice blue. Now it's like we have a light ice blue. Now I'm going to choose some glitter. Y'all, this is the very first glitter that I ever used on a mandala. I found this at my local Walmart and I bought it. It's called Extreme Glitter Hologram. I can remember thinking that this was the neatest thing that I had found because depending on what color you're painting, if you put this glitter on top of black, it has like this greenish color to it. If you put it on white, it's more pastel and sparkly. You put it on orange, it kind of picks up that orange warmness. It just seemed to transform and mold to whatever color you put it on. So I'm thinking it's going to give us a really good, very mute, icy glow to these paints. Now I'm going to add some swooshes to the end of these shorter lines that we walk the dots on. I'll go ahead and I'll put a couple of dots here so you can see exactly where I'm going to be starting and stopping. I want to make them pretty small, so I'm going to choose a 1.5 mm dotting stylus to make these swooshes with. And I'm going to go ahead and add my Flow Aid additive to my paint to make it just a little bit thinner because that really makes it easier. Y'all, I have a full in-depth video on how to make swooshes where I just really take a deep dive to show you everything I've learned so far. I'll link it at the very end of this video so you can see that. I'll also put it down in the helpful videos. It's part of my beginner basics series, so I highly recommend you check that out. So I'll stir in these 7 drops and we'll get started swooshing. So basically I'm dipping my tool in the paint once and then I'm putting a dot where I start my swoosh, and then I'll go back and I'll get another dip of that paint just to give me a kind of a good little pile of paint there to drag all the way out. And I'm really aiming where my guidelines there intersect. They're not quite reaching that far, but that is where I'm aiming. All right, I added 7 drops of that Flow Aid additive to my ice blue, and I'm ready to do some swooshes with that too. I'll be adding Flow Aid additive to this glitter. Y'all, I have never done that before, but I really want to make just a gigantic swoosh around the swooshes we just made, and I know I'm going to need a little help to drag this glitter that far. So I'm doing something a little bit strange this time. I've dipped my dotting stylus into that glitter, and I put a dot down and I swoosh. Well, then I pick up the tool, I'm not dipping it in the glitter again, I go right back to the beginning of the swoosh and I drag it out again. That made it a little bit longer, but not long enough, so I went back and did it a third time. I'll repeat that process on every swoosh, and hopefully the swoosh will go from where we start all the way to the end of the canvas. I'll zoom in really well so that you can see the process, and I'll run it in one time. I won't speed it up at all, but I just thought of something. We truly need to erase the guidelines where these swooshes are gonna go. Some of this glitter is gonna dry clear, and you'll see that guideline kind of popping through it, and there'll be no way to take it off because we just sealed it in with the glitter. So where you see those swooshes are gonna go, let's go ahead and remove those couple of guidelines, and then we'll get right back to it. So as you can see, I dip the tool once, I make a swoosh, another swoosh, and one more to get it all the way to the end of the canvas. That's how I'm doing these swooshes. So all I'm doing, again, is being consistent. I'm gonna do this every single one of them. Now that all of the paint and glitter is super dry, I want to get that cotton swab back out, get it wet, and dab it out on a paper towel, and then I'm going to go ahead and erase all of the guidelines. Now, I forgot to cover my paint up while I was letting the paint dry, and yeah, the paint in my palette dried a little bit. I'm just going to kind of pry open this light ice blue that we made, because, well, I don't want to mix it up again, and I don't need much. I'm going to get out a small stylus, and I want to give this snowflakes those little, I don't know what you call it, but like the little legs at the end that makes it, well, I'll just show you. Oh, this is looking great so far. I want to let it dry overnight completely, and then I'll come back and we'll put a really nice finish on it. While it's drying, I'll put up a list right here of everything we've used in this project so far. You can pause it and write it down if you need it. There's also a list in the description. It has links on it, so if you click the link, it'll take you to where you can also purchase the item if you need it. Make sure you shop around and get the best price, but those links will at least get you to the correct item, the item I actually used. All right, and through the magic of editing, it is the next day. This is totally dry. Let's put some glossy varnish on this and make it look like a professional work of art. Now, I wanted to show you the Posca marker I used to sign the back of my little canvas, and I'm also adding this little self-adhesive wall hanger. I'll list this down in the description too. It is super handy. I'm using Liquitex High Gloss Varnish. It is super easy to use. It's one of the first sealers that I ever used. All you got to do is put some out on the canvas, spread it out with your paintbrush, and let it dry. It is so simple. Now, I've got my little canvas propped up on an old plastic lid. That way I can take my paintbrush around the edges and also seal those edges up too. That way, no one ever knows that we didn't put a white base coat on this canvas. It's going to make it look quite lovely. Y'all, that is all there is to this project. Now, if you are going to ship this as a gift or you're going to wrap it up, make sure you let it dry for a couple of days first. If you're just going to hang it on the wall as some last minute decor, by all means hang it up on the wall as long as it's dry to the touch. It'll do the rest while it's hanging there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a super Merry Christmas and the happiest of holidays. Can't wait to see you again. Here's all of the videos that you need to watch. Until next time, rock on.